Can I introduce the cast as well? As part of the sort of warm up? Yeah, totally. So, guys, I'm just gonna warm up the audience, and I just want to introduce you all. So I'll just get you to come on and get some applause, and then you can go. Yep, we're gonna go. Okay. Can we cut the house music? Cut the house music so that. Yeah. Okay, great. Thanks. Okay. Hello, everyone. I'm Charles Firth from The Chaser, and I'd just like to introduce you. First of all, thank you for coming. This is very spooky, isn't it? I feel like I'm fucking JFK. I have a dream. Oh, no, I can't. I'm not allowed to do. Okay, so I'm just going to introduce the cast, and then I'm going to get you to practice applauding and laughing, because it's very important. You're actually a character in tonight's performance. So.
All right, settle down. Good afternoon, everyone. Press, TV media, vagrant, urinating on the backdrop. Now, we've called this press conference today to address these spurious and unfounded rumours that this show was allegedly supposed to be filming at the ABC. Now, rest assured, we were always intended to broadcast from the car park of ABC Lawn Care and Landscaping in Redfern. Sure, it might be a little unorthodox. Some might even say wildly impractical to broadcast a show from a car park wedged between a sex shop and a gun range. But let me assure you that this is the perfect location for, the delivery. Yep, come on through. Just someone help me move this. Someone, do you want to just, no? All right, well, we're just going to have to reconvene at the sex shop.
We're still looking at the camera, so it doesn't matter what the people are.
Hello and welcome everyone. We've just had some technical issues and we've also had a few technical issues in the last couple of days. Sorry about last night if you tried to tune in. We did have a few technical issues, but we did talk to the NBN this morning and we've sorted things through and they have assured us that with the NBN, so it'll be fine.
I'm James Schloeffel, this is Charles Firth, and we are your hosts tonight. Now, we did promise you Australia's best satirical talent. Unfortunately, Peter Credlin couldn't make it tonight.
So instead, we've got Jenna, Victoria, Nat, Nina, and a whole lot of other people coming up. Mark Humphreys, Alexa, Alex, Sammy, Steph, everyone. We are very excited about tonight.
We are very excited about tonight. Think of this as a live therapy session where we systematically work through what the fuck happened in 2020.
In fact, why don't we just take a quick look back now about the highlights and lowlights that made it... Well, actually, it's mostly sort of lowlights of 2020. It was the year that Josh Frydenberg accidentally misplaced $60 billion.
I mean, that's an easy mistake to make, though. I mean, who, hand on heart, can honestly say they haven't misplaced $60 billion before?
Exactly. It was the year that Bettina Arndt was awarded an Order of Australia for services to men's rights.
Yeah, credit where it's due, though, Charles. Since she began her campaign for men's rights, men have finally been given a voice in this country. I mean, you don't have to go too far back to remember a time when this country was totally dominated by women. I mean, just to give you one example, between June 2010 and June 2013, there wasn't a single man in a prime ministerial position. I mean, thank God that's changed.
And look, we should probably mention that 2020 was the year that the community, that the virus was released into the community.
Yes. I think we've got a picture here.
Yeah, we've got the picture. There he is.
Yeah, there he is. It was the year that we all lost our minds and bought 1,000 rolls of toilet paper.
And then we had to go and buy 1,000 packets of laxatives just to use up all the toilet paper.
Yes. It was the year that the government hired NBN Co to help slow the transmission of COVID-19.
Yeah, and the Labor Party said that they'd have to wait for focus group research before deciding whether they were for or against the virus.
Yeah. What did they decide on in the end?
I don't know, actually. They got Anthony Albanese to announce it, so nobody listened.
Yeah. It was also the year that the government released the COVID Safe app. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
It was so shit.
Yes.
So shit. The criminals actually started downloading it to ensure that they'd never be tracked by authorities.
It was the year that the US government turned on its own people.
Yes, so much so actually that Iraq had to send in troops to America to help restore democracy.
It was the year that the Catholic Church came out against the COVID vaccine.
Yes, and what they did actually was they suggested that a better way to get rid of COVID-19 would just be to move it to another parish.
Well, they've always thought suppression is better than elimination, haven't they?
Yes.
It was the year that Donald Trump refused to leave the White House. I think we've actually got his official statement here tonight.
Yes.
There it is.
There it is, yes. And in amongst all of this, it was the year that the Prime Minister of Australia took a year off to concentrate on his hobbies.
Well, it's lucky that there wasn't much on this year, isn't it?
Yeah, now, look, I don't know about you, Charles, but I'm pretty over 2020.
Oh, really? Why?
Well, you know how much I hate badly scripted TV.
Oh, you mean like this segment?
Yes, exactly.
Yes,
and
same.
throughout this whole year, I haven't been able to shake the feeling that we're living in this poorly produced B-grade disaster movie. So I asked two of Australia's most loved film reviewers to review Australia's least loved year.
The premise for 2020, the hotly anticipated sequel to 2019, is simple enough. An aging despot with deteriorating mental health refuses to engage with a global pandemic and overboarding racial tensions, while people around the world are forced to stay home to watch a documentary on big cat game parks. In another director's hands, perhaps it could have worked, but unfortunately 2020 is a disappointing failure. Firstly, it's difficult to work out what 2020 actually is. A sci-fi, a disaster epic, a political drama, some sort of dark comedy? It's hard to tell. We see bushfires, floods, plagues and dust storms, and that's just in the opening credits. From there, we're pinball between a global pandemic, an economic crisis, a once-in-a-generation reassessment of racial equality, and an 8-part series on basketballer Michael Jordan. It's as if no one could agree on what to take out, so they just put in everything and hope for the best. Christopher Nolan's Tenet was easier to follow, and that's saying something. There are plot holes throughout. In one scene, the US president says the pandemic is a hoax. Only minutes later, he claims his country is dealing with it better than any other nation. He then contracts the virus himself. It's simply not believable. There are moments of comic relief. A billionaire inventor names his child after a piece of programming code. A columnist for the Australian newspaper is awarded an Order of Australia for services to men's rights. Good Lord. But these moments of lightness are few and far between. It's only a matter of time before we're back to a new disaster. Another plague outbreak. A pedophile priest freed from prison. Nickelback's first album in more than a decade. In the end, 2020 is simply unsatisfying. Despite all of the turmoil and upheaval, nothing really changes. It's hard to think of a less enjoyable production. What do you think, Margaret?
I loved it, David.
Really?
It was a satire, David. It's not meant to be taken seriously. I mean, didn't you love that scene where the US president suggests everyone drinks bleach?
He looked pretty serious.
It's not meant to be taken literally. Like when the Prince of England announces his retirement when he doesn't even have a job. Brilliant.
I'm not sure.
Or when the Prime Minister of Australia announces that everybody has to stay at home under all circumstances and then announces 384 specific exemptions. I mean, that's so droll.
I thought that was originally a Monty Python sketch.
It was.
And what about the leader of North Korea dying 4 times?
It was a metaphor.
Or when a woman goes into that hardware store and quotes the United Nations Declaration on Human Rights. I mean, what was that all about?
Yeah, I must admit I thought that was deeply odd. But, you know, I loved 2020. I thought it was ridiculous, satirical, vastly entertaining, absolutely hilarious.
I thought it was horrible.
Oh, I'm giving it 5 stars.
I'm giving it 0.
Well, you know, I must say, I do agree with David there.
And I actually agree with Margaret.
And I'll forgive you for that, Jen.
Oh, thank you for forgiving me for that.
Now, we're coming up to bushfire season again this year, and despite the government's promises, it seems nothing has really been done to address the whole, pending global apocalypse.
Yeah, which is super enraging and simply not on. So we kind of just stepped up to the plate.
We fixed it, actually.
We did. We assembled real, on-the-ground firefighters from Fire and Rescue New South Wales, and we just gave them what they wanted.
What they were really crying out for.
Which was a super tasteful...
elegant, even.
Yes, sexy firefighter calendar. Yeah, just to get them through the summer. So.
And it went really well, so take a look.
Okay, babe, we've got the firefighters coming in for their sexy calendar photo
Oh my God, it's going to be
shoot.
so hot. They are heroes.
They're heroes, and I just want to keep it light, sensual, and have some fun with some props.
Totally. Thank you so much for coming in, Mr. January.
Now, you have had such a hard year, haven't you?
Yeah, it's been a shocker. It's
Yeah.
been really, really hard.
Yeah, really hard.
I mean, climate change. Fires are getting hotter. Fires are getting hotter. And no one's listening.
No one's listening. So annoying. But can I get you with this big, sexy hose, though? And we're going to pose with this hose for January.
Give us a smile, Mr. January.
And it's just going to get worse and worse every year, you know, with pollution and climate change.
So can we just relax the mouth a bit?
Oh, sorry. Where was I? And the people in power.
Listen,
you know,
babe, maybe give us a pout, like a little cat's ass.
You know, we're there on the front lines every day.
Yeah, sorry, could we loosen up a bit there, Mark?
Yeah, Mark, you're just serving us up some dead eyes. So what are you thinking about?
The sound of houses collapsing in ash, furniture, photographs, memories, all gone.
Great, well, if we can maybe harness that and get more of like a sultry...
Maybe you're mad, Mark.
Yes, okay, we've got the axe, we've got the stash. Okay, yes. He's on fire!
I want you to think about what you just said.
Yeah.
You know, bushfires have become this kind of political football, right? And no one wants to accept it. And, you know, sure, you know, policy change, it's like, takes a long time, it's really hard.
Is there anything else that's like long and hard besides the policy?
Yeah, like the bushfire season.
Oh, hey. Hey, babe, your call time was 11:15, okay? This is a set. We got to run on time.
I was putting out a fire.
Oh, yeah, okay. Well, we've all been putting out fires this morning, okay? All right, hold the cap for me. Let's just hold the key.
Yeah, and if we could just get a smile.
That's it. Yeah, you're happy to be here. Yeah, let's try a different pose.
Thank you so much. I've been waiting for this all year, you know, after everything I've been through this year. Just a chance to have a bit of fun after all that horror.
I cannot work with that face, seriously.
You're actually all wrapped.
Have you got my photo?
Yeah, we've got it.
Oh, there it is.
You're free to go.
Wow. Yeah, that's a wrap on you.
Wrap on you.
It's not just Australia, right? You've got the US and Brazil and, like, the wildfires in California.
Okay, I've got an idea. What would you do if just, like, a pretty girl was just, like, trapped up here, like...
I don't know where the second in charge is. Maybe if John came in, we might be able to... Is John still here?
Okay, so Mr. December will not come out.
Why the hell not?
He hates the month or something, but I have an idea.
You're genius. There he is, Mr. December.
There's our king.
Oh, that is some ScoMo realness.
Who's the best month of the year?
Who's just escaped to Hawaii and doesn't give a shit?
What a great sketch. Why wasn't I in it? Hello, Mark Humphries here. You know, 5 years ago, Scott Morrison appeared on Annabelle Crabb's kitchen cabinet to prepare a Sri Lankan fish curry. Little did she know, but that day Annabelle opened a Pandora's box of curry references that the future Prime Minister would make. So in some ways, this sketch has been 5 years in the making. In other ways, we made it in a couple of days. Enjoy. What a good meeting. Well, unless there's any further business, I think we can call it a day.
Sorry, can I just jump in for a second? Look, I don't really know how to say this, but has anyone else noticed the Prime Minister talks about curry? Like, a lot?
This weekend, I'm making a curry and we can have that curry together. Make him a curry. I love curries.
Sorry, I don't see this on the agenda.
It's literally right there.
She's right. Korma.
Unless anyone has any real business, I think we can...
Just from a socials perspective, there has been a lot of curry content. It was kind of cute at first. He wanted us to do a post about him making curry on the weekend.
This weekend, I'm making a curry, Jen's making a pad.
But then he started talking recipes.
I've got a great curry recipe and I'm going to be bringing you the curry.
He's even got a recipe on 9.com.au.
A hot Sri Lankan chicken curry.
He thinks he's Ottolenghi.
Okay, I admit it sounds a bit kooky, but it's not like curry is driving his policy agenda, is it?
Well, no, actually, I'm starting to get concerned about our Prime Minister's reliance on curry metaphors. He referred to the country's multiculturalism as a fragrant garam masala.
Sure, but it's not like he's made curry part of his military strategy.
Actually, I do have a few curry concerns.
Start with your oils, you put your curry leaves in there, get your spices in there, your whole ones, and it sort of infuses the oil. You may have marinated the chicken, put the coconut cream in, comes out and it's pretty magic.
He thinks he's on a lengy.
That's what I was saying.
Listen, unless any of you have reason to believe that curry banter is somehow an imminent threat to the Prime Minister, I think we're done here.
No human being should eat this much curry. Look at this menu. Breakfast, curry. Lunch, curry. Afternoon tea, steamy, hot curry. That's too much curry for a white man. And I have reason to believe that the PM's enthusiasm for curry is contagious.
Has anyone else come down with, what are we calling this?
Curry 19.
Curry 19.
I'm afraid so. It seems Michaela Cash has been struck by quite a virulent strain.
A curry for the Hey, I'm going to tell the Prime Minister that one. A curry for the country. I love it. I love Indian food.
Well, that's pretty tame by her standards. But look, that's just one minister, though.
I wish. It's even the Deputy Prime Minister. The PM's got him delivering chilies to drought-affected areas. As if they're not dehydrated enough. He ate a raw chili.
Jesus, we're in Abbott territory. Look, I admit you make a good case. For what exactly, I'm not sure. But let me assure you, all that is in the past. The Prime Minister is focused on the biggest public health crisis of our lifetime. He's not out there talking up the benefits of curry.
Actually, that's not actually true.
Make them a curry and take it around if they need one, and so they can be looked after if they're self-isolating.
That is it. I've had enough. The next person who says the word curry can pack their things and go.
Sorry, sir, you've got a call coming in?
Who is it?
It's...
I'm actor and comedian Stephen Curry.
Fuck!
Hi, Stephen.
Don't say it.
Curry.
Does anyone want to go for curry tonight? Should we go for a curry? So Steph Tisdall is the star and writer of the next sketch. She's not here, actually. It's not that she's in lockdown or anything. It's just that she didn't want to come. So instead, we've got her via webcam.
Hello. I love Zoom. I'm not wearing pants. This year, with all the protests, police brutality and talk about Captain Cook, there's been one topic on everyone's lips. Starts with an R, ends with an ism. Now, I think you all know what I'm talking about. That's right. Revisionism. Like when Captain Cook went from a guy who invaded a populated country to an intrepid discoverer of an empty new land, or when your friend who used to post pictures wearing Indian headdresses became a black rights fighter by posting just a black square on Instagram. So we thought, why not celebrate the fact that now every person with a social media account is no longer a racist, with a special day just for them.
So are you the new diversity hire?
Have you ever said anything so heinously racist, even you couldn't believe it came out of your mouth? Or have you ever appropriated someone's culture without a second thought? First day? Or do you just not have time to engage with hundreds of years of genocide, discrimination and eschewing racist government policy?
Oh my God, I'd love to go to that, except I have another brunch and then my cousin's having a baby and I have to buy that baby a hat, but maybe after that?
When someone implies that you're apathetic or racist just because you're apathetic and racist, it can cut deep. And that must be hard for you.
It is hard for me.
That's why you need to celebrate Symbolic Gesture Day.
What's that?
Addressing racism can be hard, right?
Absolutely.
So true.
It's actually really hard.
Preach, sister girl.
But celebrating Symbolic Gesture Day couldn't be easier. And the best part is, it costs exactly how much it's worth. Absolutely nothing.
Nothing? That's amazing.
So amazing. There are lots of ways to celebrate Symbolic Gesture Day.
I want to say that I've probably benefited from the systematic oppression of Indigenous people over time, but like without actually saying that, you know?
Just put this on your feed and that's it.
Oh my gosh, cool. Except my feed's kind of more pastel vibes and this is kind
That's fine. You can delete it after a week.
Perfect.
Can my business get involved in Symbolic Gesture Day?
Absolutely, and you look like exactly the kind who would. Even if you're from a company that has an all-white executive board, even if you're from a company that likes to run racist opinion pieces.
Or maybe your business destroyed a sacred site.
Since I started celebrating Symbolic Gesture Day, it's changed actually nothing, which rules because I love my life. Woo!
Happy Symbolic Gesture Day!
Symbolic Gesture Day completely changed my life. And my lobby.
So come on, Australia. Be like these fuckwits and pretend to give a shit on Symbolic Gesture Day. Tiny dick, Lena, blonde fuckwit, handsome fuckwit, Barbie bitch, fuck you, fuck you. The fuck is this? Fucking hell. I can't even. Get me a rum.
Happy Symbolic Gesture Day indeed. I laugh at that sketch, but I did post a black square. Anyway, 2020 has brought us many terrible things, as you know, but arguably one of the worst is the Karen. You know, the gold standard for an aggressive, entitled, stereotypical white woman. And luckily for you guys, we caught a live one and we interviewed her. So let's see how it played out.
You've read about them in articles, argued about them online, and perhaps even seen them in videos like this.
He is recording me and threatening myself and my dog.
Don't fucking get involved with shit that's none of your business. Restos, get these ugly little bogans off.
No, I will not wear a mask. I will not be muzzled.
But what really is a Karen, and how has society hurt them? We sat down with Karen Karens, a self-proclaimed victim who is finally taking a stand against Karen shaming.
I mean, it's shocking, really. The trolling, the online comments, it's bullying, pure and simple. And it all started when someone made one of these viral videos out of me. I'm sorry, this is the worst run establishment I've ever been in. I don't know how you keep your doors open. I want to speak to your manager.
Karen, you are the manager.
Oh.
But that wasn't the end of it, was it? The video took an interesting turn.
Karen, you are the manager.
Oh.
That's right.
And were you the manager, Karen?
Well, yes, but that is besides the point.
I see, and what is your point?
I have many points.
Yes.
What is wrong with being a woman, a white woman, I'm not afraid to say it, who cares about the well-being and safety of her community?
Hello, police. There's a very tall, aggressive man on my street. I've never seen him before, but he is different, so I'd like him arrested, please. Arrest him.
Karen, I have to ask, you don't ever think your actions are out of line, racist even?
How could my actions be racist when I'm not a racist? Have you ever thought that you might be a racist for assuming that my actions as a white person are motivated by racism? Be racist! Reverse racist! I mean, why should I apologise when I am being threatened personally every day?
I'm sorry, this iPad is completely useless. Ma'am, you just need extra storage. You've taken 14,000 videos harassing Bunnings employees.
I'm going to get you fired. I'm going to get you fired!
And that too was remixed, wasn't it?
I'm going to get you fired! At the end of the day, I'm a victim of hatred.
You don't feel bad for the people who have lost their jobs or even, in some cases, been arrested because of your actions?
No. Have you heard the names they call me? They call me Karen.
Isn't that your actual name, though?
Well, yes. But that's...
Karen, I have to ask, if you're such a victim of hatred, why did you just invite me to join a neo-Nazi group on Facebook?
This is the reporter that is attacking my views and is trying to frame me on television. It is my right to film under the Geneva Convention, the ANZUS Treaty, and the Trans-Pacific Partnership, actually.
None of that's real.
And it is my right to film this. So, okay, now it's a selfie. Now I'm on selfie mode. So how do I turn that back?
Maybe someone help Karen.
What have I done here?
Just gotta turn the...
What have I done? No, don't touch that. Don't touch that button.
Sorry.
You break it, you buy it.
Now, I don't know if you've heard about this, Alexa, but there's a bit of a virus going around this year.
Yeah, I think vaguely, yeah.
You've heard about it? Yeah, and to try and stop the spread, the government closed all non-essential businesses, only leaving the important things open, like the supermarkets, the hospitals and the casino.
No. The casino is not exempt. They had to pay a whopping, like, $5,000 fine for it back in June.
5,000?
Yeah, it was pretty huge. Big for a casino. I reckon it'll take them, like, multiple seconds to pay off. I think they learned their lesson.
Well, we wanted to be sure, so we headed down to Star Casino ourselves just to see how seriously they're taking COVID.
Because of COVID, all the venues around Sydney are locked down, except for the casino, right? They're exempt. So we're going to see how sick you have to be for them not to let you gamble. Hi there. Which way do I go in?
Oh, where are you going?
To the casino.
Where have you come from?
The hospital. I'm feeling good now. Feeling lucky.
And you've been discharged?
Yeah. Discharged. Back in the hospital.
I don't think you're in the right dress attire to be on the gaming floor.
Oh, it's like a dress code thing?
There is, yes.
Yeah, right.
Sorry.
So if I get changed, so I can come back? Or?
It might be an idea to go back to the hospital and grab your clothes and put them on.
Okay, and then I come back later?
Because it looks like you've run away from the hospital.
Right.
You get my drift?
Yeah, it is a little bit like that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll get changed. Thank you. Okay, all good? Okay, is the dress code all right now?
Yeah.
Okay. Jackpot! They let me get in and touch all the machines, even though I came straight from the hospital. It was just a minor dress code adjustment, really. But I didn't have any obvious symptoms, so we're going to try again, this time using boiling water and a heat pack to give ourselves a fever.
Give it a try. It's hot. This is too hot. This is going to burn me if I put this on my head.
Take that, Star Casino.
What do we do?
I think you just put it on your head.
Just put it on my head?
I think you just put on the boiling heat pack on your head. See what happens.
Very hot.
It's like steaming off of your scalp.
No, this is too hot. I'm just going to get burnt.
Do they let people in with burnt heads?
I mean, that's not a symptom of COVID, is it? At least it's on your head.
Okay, let's see.
Give me
your head's red. 41. 41, nice and safe. Just almost a heat stroke territory.
But no, it's a nice warm 41, you know?
Definitely shouldn't be outdoors. Hey, good luck.
Okay, we'll do a temperature check. Oh, reset. Lovely.
Do you check more than once just to be safe on my head, or do you just do it once?
Just once. Then if you come down again and come back up, we check again.
Okay, so
on entry.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Thank you for that.
Okay, didn't expect that to work. But maybe their thermometer messed up. Let's give them another chance. It says high, it won't even register. 42.4.
42, sick. Okay, wait, let's go.
You should be dead.
Thank you. Again? Really? Okay.
Brilliant.
So good.
Thank you. You've gone up 1 degree.
Really? Oh, wow.
Oh, looks like he's in the casino again. Okay, let's try one last time, as hot as we can possibly make it.
Any sense of headache, cold,
no,
fever?
My head feels a bit hot, but it's fine. I'll check what it is.
Let's see how it goes.
What does it say?
Just wait there for me.
What does it say?
It says, hold on, wait there, I'll communicate. Let's start again.
Cool down for 10 minutes or so.
Just wait for some few minutes and come back again.
What temperature was it saying?
Formally it was saying 48, but wait for
48.
Yeah, now come back.
Stay on the fresh here, then come back.
And then come back? Sure.
It's back again.
I know. I just hope it's not high again.
Because he's watching.
Okay.
Hold on a second. Let me see something. I'm gonna off it.
If it changes a lot for me.
And check it again for you, right?
Because maybe it depends on where you put it on the spot.
No, because you were walking, coming, and the hat, the Russia hat.
Ah, that's probably it. Yeah.
Why do you put it on this weather?
Oh, because it was just comfortable on my head. So I was like, it just feels nice.
Why did you put on that?
What, you don't like that hat? Or?
No, it's very nice. It's good for the winter, not this weather.
Well, thank you.
Some absolutely scandalous stuff there. Now, the lack of diversity in Australian film and TV was once again under the microscope this year. Let's take a look at what diversification of our media can mean for our future.
Okay, guys, we've just heard back from the network and they want us to add a white character into the script.
See, told you.
Don't we already have that electrician with the butt crack character?
Yes, but they want a character with backstory and lines, even.
Why people have such a rich and diverse culture? I think it's important that we show that on television.
What, like they want a whole new character? I just don't think audiences will go for that.
Unless we, like, take a normal character, make them white.
Like a main character?
No, God no. Maybe like a best friend or something?
Okay, yeah, that's doable. All right, character names.
Barney.
Ted.
Marshall.
Newman. Oh, I've also got Mark, and Merc.
Okay, I like Merc.
I'm sorry, guys. I just feel really weird about this. Like, do we have to really write a white character? Am I even allowed to say white?
Look, it's a fad thing.
I just don't think we're being authentic. Can we get like a white person in to consult or...
Do you know any white writers?
No, not really, no.
I just don't think white people want to be writers. Like, they're just so busy, like, colonising.
No, I know some white people who can write.
Okay, great. Well, let's get them in for the second series. Until then, let's just riff about what white people like.
They like flavour on their food.
I don't think so.
Look, I feel like I can speak on this. I once spent 2 weeks researching white people on the internet.
Whoa, you must have seen so much.
Honestly, it was eye-opening. I came to know white people, love white people. In many ways, I took the white pill. They love snowboarding, skiing, ice skating, ice sculptures, ice bucket challenges. They pour ice on their head. Smoking ice, going to rehab, then re-entering society with a book deal about doing ice. Locking up immigrants to an organisation called ICE. Visiting Ancestry.com and telling each other they're half Irish, half German and half Lithuanian. Culturally significant sports like mixed netball, ultimate frisbee, muggle quidditch. Tandem bicycles are all the rage. And God help us if anybody ever plays the nutbush around them. They frolic, they show each other articles from The Onion and say, do you get it? Do you get it? Do you?
Do you get it?
They'd love to have a black best friend, a gay best friend.
He's gay.
A black, gay best friend.
Oh my God.
And some of them even do this.
Wow. I think we've got everything. I think that's a wrap for today.
Excuse me, who are you guys? This is our space. I'm gonna need you to get out and leave our stuff there, please. So let's go. Thank you, thank you. Oh my goodness. Oh, far out. Okay, does anyone have any ideas for this Ethiopian show that we're writing?
I love their coffee. It's literally my favourite thing.
Oh, and have you tried their food? Like, you eat it with your hands. So different.
Wow, okay, that is such a great observation, Merc. I'm gonna write that down. Eat with their hands.
Now, speaking of white people, 2020 was the year of the insane conspiracy theory, and an alarming number of people now believe a US government operative called Q is leaking documents that prove the world is run by a cabal of Satan-worshipping pedophiles. So it got me thinking, where would you go if you're trying to quit your addiction to conspiracy theories?
Hi, my name's Terry, and I believe that Matt Damon runs a network of underground tunnels beneath a pizza parlor in Washington, D.C. to secretly vaccinate 5G towers.
Hi, Terry.
Hi, Terry.
So it's been 6 days since I last posted anything on Facebook about lizards running the world.
Thanks, Terry. We're all here today because at some point we've decided to put our faith in a random teenager on a 4chan chat board who claims to be a senior US government operative. Jenny, how are you doing?
Yesterday I went to a cafe and there was a queue outside to get in, and I thought, a queue? That's a message from Q himself. This isn't a coffee shop. This is an international child trafficking ring run by the Clintons.
And was it an international child trafficking ring run by the Clintons?
No, it was a Starbucks.
Well done, Jenny.
I shouldn't have burned it down, should I?
Probably not, no, Jenny, but these things take time. Now, look, let's go around the room now, and remember, no judgment.
No judgment. Hi, I'm Chloe. I used to believe that 9/11 was organised by George Soros.
Hi, Chloe. Hi, I'm Samantha, and I bought a Pete Evans biocharger to cure coronavirus.
Hi, Samantha. Hi, I'm Matt, and I used to believe in trickle-down economics.
Sorry, what?
Trickle-down economics. I used to...
Hang on, let me get this straight. You believe that tax cuts for wealthy people creates greater prosperity for everyone. You fell for that.
that letting multinational companies not pay their workers somehow magically creates wealth for poor people.
We need poor people to be able to afford dinner, so let's give a billionaire a tax cut.
Oh, fuck, that is so funny.
It was just a joke, Matt. It so obviously doesn't work.
Sorry. I thought there was no judgment in the circle. We're doing no judgment. You all believe in a network of tunnels under Melbourne for child trafficking. That's crazier than my thing. She thinks that Avril Lavigne has a clone called Melissa. I mean, how's my thing worse than hers? She fucking blew up a Starbucks, dudes. She blew up a Starbucks.
Okay. Who's next?
Hi, my name's Tom, and I used to believe that Oprah Winfrey ate babies.
Hi, Tom.
Unbelievable.
Hi everyone, Sammy Shah here, and I'm in Melbourne. I'm sorry I can't be there right now, but I just want to give you a little bit of a heads up on what you're about to see. So as you know, here in Melbourne, we went through lockdown, we went through several months of lockdown, and some of the rhetoric and hyperbole that was created around the lockdown featured a lot of parts of, the certain portions of the press, Sky News and News Corp, and those kind of places, basically calling our venerable Premier Dan Andrews Dictator Dan. They kept referring to him as Dictator Dan, which was very offensive to me as someone from Pakistan, where I have actually been ruled over by not one dictator but two in the course of my lifetime so far. So I know what a real dictator is, and I thought maybe it's important for people to kind of see what it would be like if Dictator Dan really was inducted into the club of dictators.
Order! Order! Quiet or I will have your family shot in the face! Sorry. Sorry. Habit. Before we begin the meeting, let us take our pledge.
We are dictators. We love dictating. We will be dictators forever or until the masses rise up and kill us in the ditch.
Right, the top order of business today, we will be deciding on a new dictator for our ranks. They say he is the most brutal dictator of all.
We'll see about that.
They call him Dictator Dan.
I don't get it.
What has this Dan done to qualify for dictator status?
Only the most brutal dictators qualify for membership.
He locked up everyone in their home for 6 months.
Brutal. Imprisoned at home.
It saves on prison costs. Very smart.
Not bad. It is a promising start. But what else has he done?
Okay. On his file, it says here he made masks mandatory for everyone.
Brilliant. I've always wanted to do that. Make people wear a mask of my face on their face.
No. Not of his face on their face. It was like a mask.
He doesn't understand it. He means like a hospital mask, like when you
Yes, like a surgical mask, you know?
He means a surgery mask.
For the virus.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
What is
This
this?
man makes no sense.
Oh, okay, so he created the virus. Nice.
No, the coronavirus, the pandemic.
I don't know. I still think he needs more qualifications. I mean, just last week, I made all of my subjects build a statue of me. And then when they were done, I cut off all their hands so they can never build a statue again.
Jess, did Dictator Dan actually torture anyone?
It's a valid point.
I mean, torture is pretty basic.
Basic AF.
Torture is very important. It says here, under torture, he closed schools for 6 months.
So wait a second. You're telling me that these people were forced to be home alone with their children for 6 months? This is the most brutal torture of all! And I once had electrodes attached to my enemy's ballsack to fry them! This is worse than that!
I think I saw a tape of that.
Disgusting, but beautiful.
Oh, does he have a uniform? Because all dictators must have a uniform.
Apparently, he's quite fond of North Face jackets.
Impressive. I also make my subjects face north before I shoot them in the head.
What is the jacket made of?
Peasant flesh?
Or a highly developed windbreaker technology?
Ooh, fashion.
That's just classy.
Timeless.
Right, let's put it to a vote. All those in favor of Dan joining the club and becoming a dictator, raise a hand.
Sorry.
Yes, it was terrible for the people of Victoria to live through the tyranny of Dan Andrews. But back in New South Wales, we actually had one of the most impressive contact tracing units in the world. Let's take a look at how they operated.
We're screwed, boss. All these new cases and absolutely no leads.
Oh, it's okay. We've got backup coming in today. Apparently they're the best in the contact tracing business.
Oh, thank God. Who are they?
Hey.
Who are you guys?
We're the Tracy's.
What? Sorry, I think there's been some sort of mix-up. I was told to expect a world-class team of contact tracers.
Yeah, that's us, I guess. IDK.
IDK, is that your department?
Oh my God, dying.
Sorry, look, I don't think this is going to work. Do you have any experience at all contact tracing?
Yeah, I tracked down my first case in Year 9.
Adrian Thompson.
I spotted him at an Apollo, and within 10 minutes, I had his address, his phone number, and the contact details of his last 6 ex-girlfriends.
Oh, that is quite impressive.
But then I found out that he falls asleep listening to the Joe Rogan Experience.
Deal breaker.
Devastating.
Right, I don't think that's going to help here.
Oh my God, I don't think that's gonna help here. Okay, Boomer.
Joseph Montalo. He skipped his lecture to skate under Central Station and now he's on his way to buy nangs from Kitchener Warehouse.
How did you do that?
His snap map.
What's that?
Oh my God, no. What is happening right now? R.I.P. These men.
Tracy, it's been 3 hours and I still haven't got anywhere.
Okay, pretend he's the guy that ghosted your best friend.
What, he died?
No, he just stopped talking to her and now you hate him for that.
Oh. Doug Lawson is in aisle 2 of Woolworths Bankstown.
Yes, King. Oh my God, it's the high five for me. Okay, zoom in, zoom in. Use two fingers, two fingers, Peter. Okay, sharpen it.
Now use a Visco filter.
What's that?
It makes it look better.
Okay, he's got a stamp on his hand for a foam party.
Is it the Gold Coast, Queens?
Yeah!
Hang on, do these methods work if you're trying to find a woman?
Yeah, we're bi.
Obviously.
Oh, wow, yeah, I didn't even consider that.
And that's why you've internalized a lot of biphobia.
Well, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it's really common in guys from your generation.
You're bi, John.
You're bisexual, John.
I'm bi.
That's a Daiso aesthetic. She's in Daiso.
You gotta ask yourself, what is there at?
What is there at?
Okay, think what a Leo would do in Scorpio season.
Yes!
Oh, Tracy's, how can we ever thank you?
I mean, you could like do a TikTok with us. Old people like go off on the app.
Okay, sure.
Oh my God, we were joking.
We would never want to do a TikTok with you.
Oh. Is that because we're simps?
Couple of simps.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, Jenna, if 2020 is anything, it's about shopping online.
I love shopping online.
I know that about you. Now, my Insta is just filled with new stuff to buy every single week.
I know, tiny tops, tiny pants, tiny everything. But Vic, have you ever thought that these tiny little things that we want to buy might be made in sweatshops?
Well, that's terrible. But I mean, it's all happening like overseas, so we don't have to like think
about it. Well, actually, Vic, and this is true, I recently discovered that there are sweatshops that are operating out of Australia and even some here in Sydney. However, luckily, okay, New South Wales Police Force have a new unit dedicated to cracking down on these evil, evil sweatshops. Let's take a look. Copy that. I think this is the place. Are you ready?
Let's bust this motherfucker.
Okay, move in on 3.
There he is! You're wanted for environmental infringements, illegal dumping, and labour exploitation.
I hope you like prison, you piece of shit.
So this is it, huh?
This is the place where you break fair trade agreements just so some white woman can have a tiny top for the price of a coffee. You make me sick.
Where's the goods?
Over there. Oh my God.
I can't believe this.
I'm in shock.
I mean, are you looking at this?
I'm seeing it.
It's like...
It's almost...
The exact palette of the season! I'm seeing pistachio pistachio. I'm seeing lavender.
This is my whole Pinterest board. It's like, I've pinned that, I've pinned that.
Okay, this is the tiniest skirt I've ever seen in my life and I simply have to have it.
Okay, would you be mad if I got exactly the same one, but it was in this colour?
If you don't get the skirt, I'll kill myself. I seriously will.
Do not kill yourself! Until you've tried on this baby tee.
There are bags.
Shut up, there's not bags.
But there are 2 bags. They're teeny tiny bags.
They are small and I love them.
We've got a couple of rompers coming in soon.
Stop tempting me.
Well, I'm just going to try this on for evidence, so.
It's for evidence.
Maybe just taking this for evidence.
Unfortunately, this is evidence.
Yeah, I'm gonna need samples for evidence.
If I could grab a hand, if you're over here.
This is my evidence for me.
2 evidence for evidence.
Well, I'm in this outfit for evidence.
Let me ask you a question. Is this a freaking Prada knockoff?
What, you're out here making fake powder for $14.99? What is your secret?
Probably the child labour.
Oh my God.
Well, this is just...
What's your name, honey?
Emmy.
Okay, well, you listen here and you listen good, okay? You have the best effing stitch work I have ever seen in my goddamn life. I'm serious. Listen, baby, we're gonna have to take all these for analysis back to the police department.
But we'll be back when you're dropping a new collection. When will that be?
Well, it'll be seasonally, surely.
No, it's actually weekly.
Oh, that's so great.
That's amazing. We'll be back in a week.
We've got a few crop tops coming in next week. In pistachio.
How about Charles's kids there? Yeah. Sensational, amazing. Shall we watch another sketch? I think we shall. You know, the pandemic provided an opportunity for Australians. I miss hosting Pointless. The pandemic provided an opportunity for Australians to demonstrate their ability to come together in a time of crisis, to be sensible and to remain calm. And we really did, didn't we? Except when it came to shopping at supermarkets. This is the official account of 2020's other pandemic. At the beginning of 2020, the world was paralysed by a pandemic of unprecedented proportions, COVID-19. Simultaneously, a related virus wreaked havoc on the cognitive functions of people everywhere, resulting in an increase in behaviours that many would consider deranged. Scientists labelled the phenomenon Dickhead-19.
We still don't really understand how the virus was transmitted from dickhead to dickhead, but we think it started at a dickhead market, probably Woolies.
Yeah, when we first saw a rush on toilet paper, we were alarmed.
Unfortunately, as supplies dwindled, tensions rose, and before long, people were openly fighting for the last roll of Quilton.
The footage of customers fighting over toilet paper is very sad, but ultimately, it is refreshing to see a video from Australia going viral that isn't some guy on a bus going off about immigrants.
Scientists believe someone first contracts the disease by reading about coronavirus. The virus then travels to this part of the brain, the dickhead cortex. Then the carrier goes to the supermarket to buy large amounts of toilet paper, spreading the virus to others. Some may even talk about an impending toilet paper shortage to other customers. We call these people super dickheads.
From the start, I was always concerned about certain dickhead hotspots. In those early days of Dickhead-19, I dreaded looking at the data. The curve was every dickhead epidemiologist's worst nightmare. We were only being outpaced by America, and that place is full of dickheads. But luckily, as you can see, in Australia, we have managed to flatten the scrot.
The most worrying thing about Dickhead-19 is asymptomatic dickheads. These are people who might not outwardly seem like a dickhead, but in actual fact, they've got a rumpus room full of bog roll. I mean, for all I know, I could have contracted Dickhead-19.
Experts remain cautious, with some warning that a second wave of Dickhead-19 is imminent.
Guys, there is actually a vaccine against Dickhead-19, but sadly we've discovered that most dickheads are anti-vaxxers, so yeah, we're fucked.
Well, it certainly was a year of unusual economic activity, Jenna.
But one industry, Victoria Zerpt, seems to boom all over the world.
Yes, well, the global sex toys market is now poised to grow by, what, $10 billion over the next 4 years.
And with Christmas coming up, this made us think what the new demand would mean for a little thing called a Santa's workshop, Victoria.
Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh! Oh boy, I am so glad it's nearly Christmas. Here comes Santa!
Merry Christmas month, my elves. It's been a tough year for the humans.
How can we help them, Santa?
We do what we always do. We make the things on the humans' wish list.
Wish list.
Except this year, it seems there is one particular thing that people are wishing for very deeply.
Could it be that they are wishing for teddy bears, Santa? Something they can hold for comfort?
Far fewer than usual.
Book Santa? So they can use their imaginations to travel.
No, not a lot of books this year.
What is it, Santa? What do the humans want so badly and so deeply?
Well, it seems that we've received 2 billion orders for, well, this.
Ooh. Santa, what is it?
Well, it's not really important what it is.
I want one.
No, you don't.
Santa, what a wonderful toy to make.
Yeah, well, okay. But we also have to make a lot of these, and these, and loads of these. And I don't know what some of these things do. One very eager customer for this. And finally, an alarming number of this.
Wow. These are pretty earrings, Santa.
Oh, yes, well, please put those down.
Is this a Christmas candy?
God, no.
Oh, this is my new best friend.
No.
Yeah, Christmas friend.
No, no, no. No, stop that. No, put all of these things down. Put them down. My goodness, elves.
Sorry,
Sorry, Santa.
It's okay, elves. It's okay.
Santa?
Yes.
When do we get to do the testing?
I want to do the testing.
Well, actually, Mrs. Claus has asked to do all the product testing this year. Haven't seen or heard from her in a couple of weeks now, actually.
I've never felt better. We got together so young, and I'm finally getting in touch with my body. And it's definitely the dragon.
Anyway, that's for Santa to worry about. As for us, we need to get on with the job. Let's save Christmas! Honey, please come back. I'm begging you. I'll do whatever you want. Yes, I can bring batteries.
And well done to Mark Humphreys for such a sterling Santa there. Well, that's it for another year. That's the end of the show. Thanks to everyone for tuning in, and congratulations for surviving 2020. Actually, I'm just hearing something now. Yeah, sorry, we've got some late-breaking news. It's actually from God. Have we got the... It's... Oh, he says that 2020 is not over yet, and that he's got something even worse. Oh my God! Have you seen?